All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X, even now Patreon at Shar's Reality number 6. If you aren't following my backup page, go ahead and follow me at Shar's World number 6. My Cash App and my email is linked in my bio section, as well as the description section of this video, amongst others. This is not a chat for children, so if you're a child, you probably should exit stage left. We do not, under no circumstances, entertain children. Hello to all my newcomers. Hello to all my flip-floppers. And hello to all my day ones. What's up, checkmates? What's up? I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all, but I'm back, honey, and I ain't going for a little while. Just for a little while. We are officially back from vacation. It was a joy and a pleasure to be a part of something a little bit more different than our own culture. Lots of different things to see. The scenery was amazing, and most of all, my priority is all the time my children. So it's important to me that I get them all together outside of their own lives before they head back to school come September. And most of the time, July is the only way that I can do it. Last year, I went in August and it cut close to my boys' schedule in school, and they were not able to attend with us in Disney. So I wanted to make sure that did not happen this year. So I decided to schedule it for July this year so that nobody got left behind. All right, let's see who's in the chat. I see y'all coming on in. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hi, Jazzy J. What's up? I miss you too, boo. Patrice in the building. What's up? Miss Price, hey, good morning. Audrey in the building, good morning. Ain't nobody sleep with you last night. Miss Geneva, what's up, boo? Welcome to the chat. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Yeah, y'all go ahead and keep continuing to share the live so that people can know that I'm over here doing some amazing things. And of course, I can stay active in the all the rhythm. Okay. I will talk more about the vacation because I don't want to take up too much time from here. I will talk more about the vacation on my Char's World channel so you guys can hear it over there. Maybe I'll do a video, maybe I'll go live. Who knows, but you will hear about it today. We had a lot of bumps in the road, baby. But God is still faithful in all of it. I was still in attendance. I just didn't want to pull away from the vacation to kind of go live because I was still in some DIFUS classes for the individuals that I was housing while I was on vacation. And that took enough time. That was like a 4 hour class. And I didn't want to take any more time from the vacation with the children and my fiance. So listen, it is what it is. All right. I see people were sending me so much stuff. Thank y'all for keeping me in the loop. We'll do the review around the 5:30 hour tonight. And we will definitely review the show tonight. So make sure your notifications are on. YouTube was doing some funny stuff with the channel. So make sure your subscriptions are active. And if they're not, just cut it off and cut it back on because YouTube be bugging. Okay. Hi, Lee. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. I was active on Instagram and TikTok. As a matter of fact, I it's easier to post over there. It's a little less and a lighter load if I can make that make sense. Okay. But I definitely post if you need any updates with me. The fastest way to get to me is probably DMing me on Instagram, or you can email me. I barely check my email if I can be honest with you guys. But if you tell me, hey Shar, I emailed you, I will go check. I'm really bad with that, and I'm trying to do better with that. Okay. Shout out to all content creators, whether they come in later or now. Shout out to you all for prevailing through it all, right? It's not easy being a content creator, and it's not easy finding the content, let alone delivering the content. I'm praying that God continues to give you all structure in a unique way in delivery, okay? That's pretty much it. Yes, it has been a nationwide cyber attack. Computer at banks, airlines, and other companies are down. Listen, I don't want to talk about the vacation, but my son flight, one of his flights got canceled. They canceled it while we were in the airport headed home. I had to repay for that. That wasn't the only shenanigans, okay? I'm gonna call it vacation shenanigans when I record. Um, that wasn't the only thing. So not only did that $400 ticket get voided, we had to repay for him to get home. What I look like leaving my 18-year-old baby in the airport, right? It's not like we could call on daddy, right? So that was just part of the shenanigans that went on in the dang on airport. Okay. We went through it, but I was persistent on getting them to a safe place. Okay. And getting comfortable and being able to enjoy their vacation because my children do a lot of sports, and my girls are academically involved, and I know that their loads are heavy, especially my older son right now. His load is heavy, so I try to make, it as less stressful as possible for him. So it was important for me for all the kids to be there. But I definitely wanted my oldest son to enjoy a moment of, off the scenes of football, okay? Because baby, he don't say he's stressed ever. But I can only imagine what it is to be in his footsteps, right? So we try to do that, okay? I do not like it when they cancel the flight. You pay for a new ticket and they don't honor or give you your money back for the first ticket. Yeah, well, they could play with somebody else because I definitely did dispute it from my bank. For all what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets got canceled at different times. So I'm gonna get my money back. Trust and know that somebody got to pay me. Okay. Hi Nicole, how are you? And welcome to the chat. How much longer will you have an extra 5 kids? Hi Lee, I'm so glad you asked. Court was on the 16th. And unfortunately, we will always be blood. We will always, I have a host of siblings. We love them. But unfortunately, when this first started, my brother loves us to death. But unfortunately, he wasn't a team player. And because he was not a team player, he went against the grain, and he teamed up with the other side, which is okay. I'm okay with that, right? I have enough children of my own, and I'm okay with that. I just didn't like the other end of it, that it wasn't a team us situation, right? So while I was on vacation, he was able to link up with the other parties of this situation and come up with an agreement that screwed me tremendously. And the kids was removed as of yesterday. Matter of fact, they were removed as of the 17th, all but one. I still have my oldest nephew here with me. And part of that is because my oldest nephew has been with me before all of this. He just got back with my brother in September of this year. So they didn't feel like it was necessary because he doesn't know the other parties. Okay. But like I said, it is what it is, and God ultimately gets the last say in all of it. I'm still able, well, hopefully, I'm still able to communicate with the children. It was just really sad when I got the news because the kids said that they wanted to grow with the other party, but they thought that they were indeed coming back to stay with us. They thought they were going to visit the other parties, not stay with them, because it was asked to my sister, okay, after we get done this, are we coming back? And my sister had to bluntly say, hey, no, this is not a short term thing. You guys won't be back. So it's unfortunate. But like I said, we're still praying for the whole entire situation. This is a criminal case on top of DC, what is it here, DIFAS, Division of Youth and Family Services here. So it's a two-part thing that's going on here. So a lot of prayers are needed. I have done my part. I've been more than available. Ultimately, I won't ever sabotage my own children to make someone else feel comfortable. I don't know how to do that, and I won't do that. But I think that summed it up for a nutshell. I hope that gave you a clear answer. Um, Prayers up, Shar's family chat. She does not deserve this. Absolutely not. But it is what it is. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to sit back and let God do what He's going to do. And guess what? The doing has already started. Okay. So as the loved one and as the sibling, you want to jump in and save your sibling from the chaos that they have created and alluded to and included themselves and willingly participated in. But you definitely have to take your hands off of it and say, Lord, this is your battle. It was always too big for me. And that's exactly what my sister and I are doing. And all of this, we have been great. So that's where we stand with that now. I did not get a chance to say bye, although I asked. They got my flight information wrong. They thought that I landed on the 17th, and I did not. I didn't get back to late last night. So I was not able to say bye, which ultimately hurt me to the core. But anyway, I did text my oldest niece and said, I'll always love you. And that was what I did. I'm just so happy because God has allowed me a relationship with them that they never had. That side, the mom didn't really let kind of come over to us. So it allows me a relationship that they never had. And now they have an auntie that's always going to be available no matter what. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you for the reminder of what the Cash App is. Prayers up, family chat. Okay, okay, okay. Hi, Tweety. Tweety T is a content creator. Go follow her over there. She's doing an amazing job. And she's making it do what it do, right? All right, let's jump into it, guys. I think I ramble enough. 50 in the chat. Continue to hit the like button. I love y'all. Y'all know ain't nothing y'all could do about it, honey. Ain't nothing y'all could do about it. Let's have a conversation, right? I love to stand on business, and that's what I consider myself as. And I take pride in my position. I take pride in my characteristics. I take pride in my dignity and my empathy. Okay. First thing first, let's talk about um, Melody not addressing the whole Kiki Jabbar passing situation, which is very unfortunate and sad at the same time. Okay. We do have web shenanigans also, guys. So let's remember that. We have web shenanigans. We're going to talk about that in between the chat. So keep that in mind. We have a lot of great topics, three successful topics that we're going to talk about. So we definitely will have that conversation as well. So stay with me, continue to share the live and continue to like the live. Okay. So a lot of people felt like Melody should have jumped up there and said something. If you guys remember, and I talked about this briefly on my last live that I did, you guys remember Melody was in the middle of checking a few holes, okay? Letting a few holes know this ain't what you want. That's not the way it happened. If there's a problem, let's all clear the air, right? She pulled out that red foam and said, prove it, right? She was in the middle of clearing the air. when this happened. Nobody had no way to know that Kiki would be passing. It's unfortunate and sad for everybody, okay? So the right thing to do for somebody that's, spiritually bound or have a little bit of dignity would have been to just back off your normal itinerary. And that is what Melody done, okay, or did rather. She backed off that normal itinerary and said, wait a minute, let me pull back. And when she pulled back, it allowed everybody that needed to grieve, the proper people that needed to grieve, to grieve. It allowed people to focus on what was at hand, Kiki passing. And it allowed people to just take a look and reflect on their own lives. Wait a minute. I'm focused over here, and I'm not saying this was Melody's position. I'm just saying what it allowed. And anybody with a decent character should have backed off, right? And I'm going to stand on it and go off the limb here and say that Melody stood on character. Okay, she backed off her normal itinerary and she says, let's just focus on what's at hand here. And Kiki passing was more important than what she was talking about in the moment. Okay, so I'm sure she was hurt to the core, as she mentioned. Okay, but she, people or mother, I don't know what the hell, Wanda, alluded to the fact that she was at the funeral and she went around in such a horrible time and had the time and the energy to go around and look at flowers to see if Melody has delivered or, issued some sort of flowering arrangements for this funeral. I said, aren't you hurt? Aren't you distraught? Isn't that your niece? Like, why are you worried about a flower arrangement? Who the hell cares at a time such as this? Okay, but apparently Wanda. Okay. So Melody basically was saying, nobody tells me what to do, when to do it. And I don't have to come and deliver or message you guys or include you in the group chat because you guys want to be nosy over here on social media. Social media does not run me. Now, I'm paraphrasing because I want to get to the meat of this and we will listen to it. And shout out to Emperor's Radio for the delivery of this. But here's the thing, social media has put us in a place that we have to run to social media immediately, run, rather than dealing with it, digesting it, and then appropriately approaching it. Okay, social media has put us in a place to make us believe that we need the approval of social media to do what we already know it's right. Okay, or to get the clout or the stain or the fame. Okay, and reality is, who the hell needs social media fame? Life is hard enough. Okay, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, Wanda is ghetto who checked flowers and who sent them at the funeral. Exactly. That was crazy. Um, hey Cece, how are you doing? Yeah, absolutely. So, um, Melanie basically goes and says, nobody runs me, okay? And the moment that I realized that, it basically took a load off my shoulder because I begin to move at my own wave and not what somebody else wanted me to do or thought that was appropriate for me to do. I grieved at my own time. It was unfortunate for all of us, okay? Whatever, I know there's rumors about, and I don't know if it's true, so let me just say, I heard that she delivered whatever she was going to deliver at her own time and at her own speed and at her own free will. Okay. So not that she was absent from the whole Kiki thing and she didn't want to talk to her as if she was being petty. Who cares what happened before she passed? All of that went out the window for decent people once she passed, okay? Because some people still hold on, baby. But all of that went out the window once she passed, okay? So I heard that Melody did her own thing at her own given time to show her appreciation and her gratitude and sympathy to the family. Okay, the extended family and the Jabbar family. So shout out to her. However, let's listen to what she had to say and at the time what she said. Okay, let me turn this on. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. Wait a minute. But yeah, so she addressed it at her own time and dealt with it the way she felt like she needed to, and came back when she felt like she was in a safe place. And like I said, I think that was pretty dope. Sometimes, like I said, social media make you feel like you gotta dive in right now. It's not the time to dive in because y'all searching my page like weirdos or y'all looking for me to say something. No, because here's the thing: when you jump on social media prematurely and in the rush, you might say the wrong thing and it can really, really sabotage your entire career immediately for saying the wrong thing, for being in a rush for social media's approval, if that makes sense. Okay. You know me, blessed every day, family, feeling great. Absolutely. Let's listen to it. Let me turn my volume up.
give every single itsy bitsy piece of me. And it has been the most freeing, liberating thing that I literally have experienced in a long time. Because that's when you start taking control of your life, when you're not moved by what people saying, when you're not moved by what people telling you you should be doing. Let me tell you something. One thing that I enjoy doing is moving in the background. And everybody out here can tell you that. I do stuff that I don't care about nobody knowing about what I do because I do it from my heart, and I like to move in the background. I don't have to be out front. I don't have to be out in the open with everything. That's just not how I like to move. Unless it's about 7th Avenue beauty, unless it's about that, I don't have to. And it has been freeing, y'all. It has been freeing. But with that has come the enemy and the demons that's been sent from hell. With that, trying to attack in every way. But let me tell y'all, so I'm going to share with y'all. Because what I had to do today, I had to call on my prayer mother. I said, I need you to get on the phone with me because I need us to pray. And when I say God gave confirmation, first he gave me a dream. And those of y'all who've been following me, y'all know I'm a dreamer. Y'all already know that. So I had a dream like 2 nights ago. First, he gave me a dream to prepare me for everything that was going to happen today to try to stop today. And in the dream, as the snake was chasing me, I had to stop in my track and look at that snake and defeat it right then and there. And that's on everything. And when I had a call with my prayer mother today, let me tell y'all some of the stuff she said. Because I have to type stuff up right then so I don't forget it. You know, keeping record, because that's what I do. There's a plot working against you. This is what she says to me. God revealed that there's a plot working against you, but he's closing the gap. He's closing. Pull it down. Yeah, girl. Yeah. Lauren, I got you. I'm talking about the Lord. Leave me alone, Lord. Just come do it, Lauren. Closing the gap. Don't be afraid of the enemy. T is here. Harry's here. Now that you're aware of the plot, now I hadn't even told her about my dream. Okay? I hadn't even told her about my dream. But she was right. I was aware of the plot because God already showed it to me. She said, now that you're aware of the plot, God is about to frustrate the enemy and the enemy's plot. I said, well, my God. Then she said, in all your ways, continue to acknowledge him. And he said he's going to keep directing your paths. She also said, as we see the obstacles coming, he's going to ward off the attacks of the enemy just like Nehemiah. Sure did. That's what she said. The spirit of confusion is deleted. You're rebuilding the wall just like Nehemiah. When we are weak, God's going to make you strong. When the enemy comes like a flood, God's going to lift up a standard. Okay? And she also said, God said he ain't forgot about the seeds that you've sown and all the giving and the encouraging that you've done over the years, and you're going to reap your harvest. And I'm going to drop it right there. Awesome. I'm going to drop it right there. That's a whole mic drop. Point blank, period. Whole mic. I hadn't even given her the details of everything that's been happening the past 2-3 days. There have been so many things, y'all. Where's Sean? Sean is here. Sean can tell y'all it has been so many things trying to hinder and get frustrated. I can't get my emotions. That's my challenge, not to get in my emotions and to overcome. So I made a conscious decision that I'm not going to let anything hinder what I'm doing. I'm not going to let people feel like I have to give them what they feel like I should give them. I'm going to walk in my freedom and in my liberation. Point blank, period.
All right, so y'all heard that. That was Melody basically responding to people thinking that she had to respond to what was going on with Kiki. And I think the best thing for her to do was to just back off and to let things just die down until she got to a place, because I'm sure it hurt her too, right? While she dismissed Kiki for the show things, and sharing information that had nothing to do with the love that she shared for Kiki. That doesn't just go out the window, guys. So I want to make that clear. And I appreciate her for even coming back and saying, look, this is why I had to. I don't owe you guys anything. And while we're talking about owing somebody, let's get out of the liberty of thinking, content creators, even supporters, of thinking that we get the right to jump in somebody's DM. I don't care who and what kind of content that we are covering. We do not get the right or the liberty to jump in somebody's DM and harass or bully them at no given time. Do you guys know that is an offense, that is a crime. You cannot continue to poke and pull and press at people just because you feel like it and you just don't like them and you're very hard up on them and you really want them to get what they all deserve. That's not your call, boo boo kitty. That's not what you're supposed to do, okay? And if you're anything like me, if I do not like you nor agree with you, guess what? It makes it easier for me just to don't even turn onto your channel. Let's get out of the way of thinking I'm gonna prove a point to her. I'm gonna prove a point to her. I'm gonna tell her just how you watch me. You don't get a right to jump in some guy's DM and think you're gonna dog walk them. That is somebody's personal space. Maybe not up close and personal, but DMs are used to communicate and effortlessly network. Okay, hey, can you do me a favor? Things like that, not to harass somebody or make somebody feel belittled or that they owe you anything. Miss it, okay? And if there is a misunderstanding, the Bible says go to your sister and brother, okay? So why do we think that we get to go all rat tat tat and ready to rumble? Ain't nobody got time for that. If you hit the ground hard over the age of 30, your body ain't gonna heal like it used to, baby. You gonna feel those bruises. So if anybody's like me, baby, I like my dark skin and I don't want nobody messing it up willingly or letting nobody mess it up willingly. So I'm going back down any means necessary. So that's what I'm saying about people asking for a pow pow or a rumble. Nobody wants to scuffle with you over unimportant things. None of this stuff matter. It's just a conversation. Okay. So I think we need to normalize. Stop jumping in people's DMs. Okay. Thinking you all tough, big, bad Willie. Baby, you're going to jump in the wrong person DM. They're going to beat you in traffic because you don't know who you jumping in the DMs to. This social media thing is powerful. People might pull you up, baby, and I'm not telling them to nor encouraging it to, but sometimes you say some hurtful things in those DMs. It really cuts deep, and you never know if a person wrapped too tight or not, and they might meet you like in real time. Like, matter of fact, I live 5 minutes from her. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Let me get her niece. Let me get her uncle. Let me. If I can't get to her because she old as hell, then let me go ahead and get somebody else. You never know what somebody's mindset is and how far somebody will go. Not that I'm insinuating the violent part, but I'm saying y'all gotta really chill. Y'all really be pressing the mark. You don't know who wrapped in whose families. Like people got people families that's like that. You know what I mean? Like y'all got to really, really think this thing through when you out here poking the bear the way you guys continue to do. Like that's not cool at all. Okay? Preach and then play victim. Absolutely. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Lori in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's like, come on. How old are we? And I love how people. Oh, I'm older. Oh, I'm younger. Well, then you shouldn't have got your young old self out here and continue to run that trap. Some things are well enough left alone. Leave it alone. Say what you say, mean what you say, and move the hell along and get there swiftly. Period. Like we gotta really stop trying to victimize it because of our age. Well, our old self or our young self shouldn't have really pressed that way in the first place. Stay the hell out of people's DMs because you never know who's connected to who, and family that's connected to them or friends that's connected to them. Some folks ain't got nothing to lose. Do you really want to be read about on the news? You know what I mean? Stop messing with folks. Seriously, it's not that deep, guys. Seriously, if I don't like you, I'm just not going to watch you. That's really, really, really what it boils down to. Okay. So let's move on to the whole Kiki thing, where they're saying that her passing is being investigated based off what the uncle said. And I'm going to be honest. If I don't know it, I'm going to say I don't know it, right? I'm going to be honest and say that I don't know how investigations go with insurance fraud or how somebody passed. I've never had to use one nor utilize one. The people that passed in our family, we paid cash money, okay? My siblings and I got our money together and we did it. Okay. So we don't know how the insurance and stuff work. Hi, Cricket 22. Welcome to the chat, baby. We don't know. I don't know how that worked. Okay. However, I do know that when there's some type of investigation, there may be a moment where the investigators might first. Now, social media has become a place where that's the first place you go to get your point across or try to research what have these people been doing. It's the same thing if you're trying to sue somebody for malpractice or something. They're going to go to your social media and pull that up and see if you was walking off freely and then you came in their office with a neck brace on. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't know if that's the same thing that's happening with the insurance thing for Kiki passing, but it is being said and reported that the passing of her is being investigated. Okay, we know what the family told us. Not that it's important. We just reporting what the family is saying. We know the family says she passed from what is it the carbon dioxide in the car. I don't know. Okay, and then we know that other people are alluding that she may have taken it. Not that any of that is important. However, because of all of these things, now it is being said that the insurance company don't want to probably come up off of her policy money, and they're saying we have to do a formal or an extensive investigation before we release the funds. Okay, and that's another reason why people shouldn't go running their mouth or coming out a place of frustration, because when you're frustrated, you say things that can really sabotage your loved one's funds. Okay. You may not even need the funds, but she worked hard for it. This policy was designed for her for whatever reason. And it's unfair and unfortunate that now you guys have to go through this process or this wait to prove how your loved one passed because somebody spoke out of term, right? And that's why I say do not remember when Kiki first passed. I didn't come on here immediately and spoke. It broke my heart. And sometimes when we're frustrated or hurt, we come out of term and we speak too fast and we sabotage things that aren't meant to be sabotaged. And I believe that's what's happening right now in the Kiki situation with this, with her policy. Her family members, I'll just say that, have spoke out of term and had people alluding to the fact that she may have ended her own, right? Which may not have been true. It could have just been the way he worded that, that made people believe that. I don't know. But I think the kids, rightfully so, have a right to that. And because people always want to be clout chasing or seen and look at me, and I was the best uncle, the best auntie, the best cousin, that it sabotages this lady's policy that she had set aside for her children and her husband. That's so unfortunate and so sad. Accidental deaths, I think the insurance company has to investigate regardless. Okay, Purple Unicorn, thank you for telling me. Like I said, I don't know. And I hope that it's not, in gear to what's going on. And some people are just too invested, right? How do like why y'all think y'all gotta go give the medical examiners or the insurance company? Well, this is how they said it. Mind y'all business. Y'all got to stop that. Jesus ain't pleased with that, okay? Why y'all got to go find the FBI? And I'm just paraphrasing, right? Find the FBI and go give your official statement. Nobody asked you for your statement. Stop playing, y'all. Y'all do too much. It's just it doesn't make sense, guys. We are too invested in these folks' business. I mean, he has to be frustrated by Kiki's family, both sides. Lift him and the kids up in prayers, and their oldest son's tribute to her. He says something like he knows he didn't do anything. Wow. Um, that's unfortunate. Good morning. Cricket 22 is speaking to everyone. Journey, what's up, baby? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Well, I've been out of the loop all week. But replay gang is here. Who was in the DMs and what were they doing? I gotta catch up. Well, unfortunately, they're saying that this individual, you know what, I don't even want to get into the individual, but people are really basically trying to prove that they big bad wolf and jumping in people's DMs and trying to bully them. Okay, I've made a conscious decision. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm not even answering your DM. Okay. So it won't even get accepted, nor am I going to look at it. Okay. If you're not following me, because I just don't have time. Okay. You're going to have to find somebody else to play with. All right. I got real things going on in real life. However, so that's the thing with that. Um, and it's unfortunate. And I hope that they get it worked out where the family is entitled to those funds, and they're able to get what's owed to them. Social media has people thinking people had to tell them any information, and people no longer understood boundaries. I agree with you. CC is speaking. I agree with you 110%. They don't owe you anything, whether you're the content that they're talking about or not. And like I said, let me be clear, you can flip the switch anytime you want to. If you decide that you no longer want to follow somebody or be a part of that person's or be on that person's team, that's okay. You have a right to, right? It's just all in the way you do it. The Bible says do things in decency and order. So you need to do it in a way where you be like, you know what? No hard feelings. I just decided that you're not my cup of tea and I no longer want to I no longer want to support you. And that is okay. I don't know why everything got to be a knockout, drag out. It's really not that deep at all. Okay. So let's just grow up. That's where I'm going to leave that at. My final point that I want to bring to you guys before we get to our web shenanigans is Destiny and Sunny. Okay. You know that Destiny and Sunny has been on this long, dragged out thing about Sunny taking Destiny man, and Destiny's not here for it. And Sunny like, B, if you don't leave me alone, I'm telling you, I'm going to expose you. Destiny go cry to production. And I'm giving you guys the rundown. She can't do that because she was a former producer, and she was privy to things that was never supposed to be, told, yada, yada, yada. So here we are now. Destiny is activating her social media page over here on YouTube, and Destiny has a conversation, and I think she has like mental Mondays or something, and she has also big D energy conversations. Okay, and during this big D energy conversation, she's having a conversation with somebody by I think his name was let me not say his name wrong. Okay, but his name was like what was the guy name? Let me pull it up before I get this man name wrong. Ace of Clubs, okay? And she's speaking about how Sunny is purposely trying to target her, and people are making it seem like she just don't want to move on from the Sunny and Moses thing. She's like, no, but if my job here on YouTube is to recap the show, and that particular episode was only about Sunny, Moses, and Destiny, then hell, we're gonna talk about it, no matter the way it looks or not, okay? Now, let me go off the limb because y'all know Destiny is not my favorite girl. But I am going to say I love the way, if I could be honest, she strategized this particular interview. Okay. I would say that she wasn't like completely team herself. I do think that she do need to move on. But honestly, I could see this big D energy conversation growing for her if she stay in her lane and stick to the script. Okay. Just review the show and not become biased because it's you that's being reviewed. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so let's listen to what Destiny had to say when he asked her about Moses and Sunny, and do she ever bust, like run into them in Huntsville. And she's going to talk about that. Let's go.
They don't live here. Right. But to film, they come back and forth, obviously. Yeah, no, I've actually, Sunny has visited my ex-husband's restaurant, and, of course, he bragged to me about that. And you think that's being manipulative, and it's like it's a thing, or you think it's just like, oh, by coincidence? No, it's not by coincidence. The restaurant is not a coincidental location. It's an intentional location. Yeah, I watched.
Okay, so again, she's talking. I'm gonna play it one more time for the ones that just coming in, but she's basically talking about Sunny popping up at her ex-husband's restaurant purposely. Now, I had questions, and this is why I had questions. I had questions because the last we heard of her and her ex-husband isn't in a good space. So, where and what time of day did he have the energy nor enough to stomach you enough to have a conversation with you? Like, hey, your ex and his new wife popped up here and they had a hee hee ha ha moment. I'm confused. Okay. Now I'm not saying that it didn't happen because I was not the fly on the wall, but I am and I do have questions. At what point did this happen? And where did y'all link up at? Isn't there some type of order of protection somewhere in there? Somebody let me know because I feel like she may have just got wind of it, but she's saying that LeBaric came to her and gave her info saying that Moses and Sunny popped up, and she thinks that it's spitefully done to get under her skin. I don't know, guys, because her husband or her ex-husband restaurant isn't something that you just mysteriously go to. Like you just have to be searching to end up there, if that's what she's saying. Okay, let's jump into it.
Brag to me about that. They don't live here. But to film, they come back and forth, obviously. Yeah, no, I've actually, Sunny has visited my ex-husband's restaurant, and, of course, he bragged to me about that. And you think that's being manipulative, and it's like it's a thing, or you think it's just like, oh, by coincidence? No, it's not by coincidence. The restaurant is not a coincidental location. It's an intentional location. Yeah, I watched.
All right, I just wanted to say it ain't me. I ain't making it up, but she's saying that Sunny is purposely targeting her by going to places that she know will basically trigger her. Okay, that's a public restaurant that has good food, and Huntsville is not that big. Okay, PK Joe, welcome to the chat. I miss you too. Destiny lies. You never know. She has changed her story too many times and did. Okay, PK is speaking to everyone. Um, is it Tiffany? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yes, people are really lost. It's so sad. I agree with you. Um, so and the thing is, it will never end if you're looking for something, okay? And I feel like Destiny is looking for something. She's looking for something to complain about, something to talk about. If you weren't looking for it, it wouldn't have just landed on your lap, okay? But everybody talks about how good his food is. So why wouldn't they want to go just to enjoy the food? I agree. Um, and if she don't let this go, it's going to get probably messy. Like I said, overall the podcast was very informative, guys. I liked it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I like the way she looked. I think she looked less at like on edge because maybe it was her own house. In your house you kind of could relax. Overall I can see it going somewhere, but she has to find another way to detach herself from the Moses and Sunny thing because it's not going to be a good look, if I can be honest. I can't believe anything Destiny says. It was okay when she was bashing LB. You're correct. LeBaric has a popular BBQ spot. He does. Welcome to the chat, everyone. Welcome to the chat. Miss Rat, welcome to the chat. Why would you investigate? Will show. I guess I don't know how to read slang, guys. So if you're writing some type of terminology, if I can be honest, I'm not trying to be smart. I just don't understand it. If it's abbreviated, I don't know how to read it. Okay, so just kind of keep it easy for me. Okay, Destiny needs to worry herself and stop talking on Mel, Sunny, and Moses. It's old and boring. Tell him again. 40 minutes into the live. Thank you so much. LeBaric probably told her when they exchanged law. Okay, Tweety, thank you. See, Tweety looking at it from another end, lens. Okay, because I'm looking at it, girl. He can't stand the air that you breathe. So why would he have a conversation with you? That's what I'm looking at it from. But Tweety looking at it from another lens, so I can appreciate that. Okay, Elf Mick in the building. What's up? Good morning. Have everyone in the chat. Good morning, good morning. Can't believe. Okay, I read that one. Hi, Phillips. What's up, baby? Random thoughts. I ordered Judge Joe Brown BBQ sauce during Amazon Prime days. Okay, get with it, honey. Um, all right, so let's jump into our web shenanigans. And our first web shenanigan is this young man was pow pow in the area of Texas. And I think he was 16, if I'm not mistaken. It's a big deal on social media, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. His mom is in no way, shape, or form denying that her child was out of control. But she's also saying she realized it at a, she realized it a long time ago. Um, and from that, I'll post this picture of this young man um on let me see. I'll post this picture of this young man over on IG because I didn't upload anything here. But I believe he was only 16 when his life was taken. To give you guys a full thing of it, his pow pow, person that took his life, basically openly admitted the entire murder online. Okay. His mother, by the name of Latoya Washington, says, "This is my last post for the night. I've been awake for the last 31 hours. My body is shutting down. They come to see about," she says, "baby," she says, "Trey, come to see about your mama. Tell me what happened." So she's looking for answers. But his murderer gets online right after that, and write a whole statement admitting to this entire thing. And I'm going to read it, so I'm not looking at the chat, but I will be back to the chat if that makes sense. She says, this is what the guy that actually shot the young man says, okay? He says, "Y'all going to paint a bad narrative about me, but the truth will reveal I never had intentions for things to go how it went. Even with me at the GUN point, I still tried to make peace. I'm sorry his mother got to bury her child. I truly am. But it was self-defense. He calls this when he couldn't." She's okay, back up. It was self-defense. He says he calls this when it couldn't be avoided. I never had no problem with Trey. Never. And that moment, I told him over and over this. She says, them, he says, them NIGGAs poison his mind because they've always been scared to approach me in public or on any type of timing. And in the end, they left him. Your NIGGAs ain't doing nothing to help him. When you should have been stopped him when y'all seen I constantly ask him to leave it alone. Instead, y'all watch from a distance, playing him like a controller, hoping he'll do your dirty work. And truth is, I probably wouldn't have died because I ain't no killer. I've never pretended to be. I'm a person known to protect himself. Y'all wanted me to die. Y'all doing me bad on this app when I never had any intentions on doing no one any wrong. But once again, I'm sorry to his mother for what happened, but I pray she finds closure. I know I'll be hard to forgive, but I pray closure is her first step. Closing. To my daughter, I truly love you, my dear. Daddy's sorry. He has to leave you at this moment. So, that is basically a confession. This young man confessed to taking this young man's life. And he actually, his mother is the one that shared this. And like I said, sometimes this is another thing with social media just got the best of you. Why the hell in your right state of mind you would think that it's okay to get online and admit to a murder of a young man? And basically tag his mother in it. You got to be an evil piece of crap. And your family, if you have any good sense, will tell you to take it the hell down. This woman took accountability for her 16-year-old son behavior. Yes, she did, Lee. You can do the best you can with your children, family, but you can never predict what they will truly do. I agree. How is it that podcast informative with a life coach who is encouraging nonsense? She needs to move on, and cause every show is about Melody Moses and Sunny who invest this much time in a married man. I agree. Right, Shar? I just don't see LB having a conversation evident about their son with him. Me too. But things are different for everybody. Y'all know good and well Destiny is a liar. We do. And LB not speaking to her, especially when she's speaking bad on him. They probably only talk about their child. Okay. They okay. When an autopsy will show. Yes, yes, yes. So that was that, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. Whether he, put the pow pow to the young man head or not, just to get on here and write this statement and further damage the wound of the mother. I just think it was a foolish thing for this young man to do. And whatever you got to say, let's move on to Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly has a couple rules for y'all, okay? And she tells y'all the way it should be done in a relationship and how she keeps her man. Now, I don't know, Dr. Heavenly. I agree with some points, and on other points I do not. But I'm going to let you guys listen to it for yourself to hear if you guys agree with Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly going to school all the young girls how to keep your man. Let's go.
Say communication is the key, and I'm gonna say it again and again and again. It ain't the fucking key, especially if you already know how a person thinks. I'm telling you, I've kept myself out of so many arguments just by not talking about it. Not talking about it. If it's an issue that I already know his stance on it, why am I bring it up for? Because I already know what he think. I know what I think, and we ain't gonna change. We might as well agree to this a damn great, because talking about it ain't gonna do nothing but bring up certain things, bring up the past. That's why I'm for therapy and all of that, but I have been to marriage counseling. All they do is bring up old shit and then you go back and talk about it. The key to reality TV, though, and the people keep asking me how Damon don't watch it. Damon ain't on social media. He ain't tweeting. They help us out 100% time, because I think that when people go back and watch the scenes, that's when they start arguing, because they start feeling some kind of way. When people go back on Twitter, they ain't never even thought about. They start thinking about it, and then they start arguing with it. The answer is for his fucking ass, not me, but he, to stay off social media. Second of all, stop talking about stuff, Raya, that you know is going to be a problem. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back, and I know I'm real wrong to say it, and I know you're going to be going off on me for saying it. But when y'all had these damn kids, it's the mama kids. Y'all know these ninjas ain't finna do all of that. When y'all had these kids, y'all might well have it in y'all mind that y'all finna do most of the work. Y'all finna do, so you best get a ninja that can work or something, because y'all gonna be taking care of kids. I'm a hopeful doctor, right? But my husband always has felt that his job is more important, okay? Because he a real doctor. I'm just a dentist, right? whatever. Keep the household happy, right? Them your kids. If you need to hire somebody, I hired a nanny. Need to hire somebody, I hired a nanny. At 6 weeks, I had somebody taking care of them damn kids when I could afford it. Now, the first two, I couldn't really do that. But I'm saying, do whatever it takes to take care of yourself first. They ain't these ninja. But if y'all gonna have these damn kids, just understand, most men that I know ain't gonna be good at babysitting. They ain't gonna do shit right. No way. Even if you allow them to do it, even if they want to.
Who, baby? Strawberry. What's up, baby? What's up? Welcome to the chat. So, y'all heard from Dr. Heavenly. She said that communication is definitely not the key to keeping a successful relationship. It does not work. If you know it's going to push your man off, do not talk about it, okay? Give him what he wants and don't talk about it. Now, I do understand putting a fork on the conversation because if two angry people are having a conversation, baby, it ain't going nowhere. Because I got to get my point across and so do you. I do understand that. She also goes on to say, says when y'all think, oh, and she says stay off social media. Keep the husband off social media, because it creates argumentative, arguments. All right, over and over again. She also goes on to say when y'all have these kids, it's the mama kids. Y'all know them ninjas ain't going to do all of that. So basically, don't even set yourself up to believe that that don't set yourself up to believe that the daddy is going to be all in because the daddy is going to be more focused on working versus taking care of the child. They're your kids, baby. That's the way the daddy is going to look at it. So y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about our topic number 2 of web shenanigans. Okay. Um, let's see. Our final web shenanigan topic is Corey Hardrick. Okay, he is very upset. The Breakfast Club had a conversation about them being rated as 0% for Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes viewed their new movie Divorced. What is Divorced in the Black? They viewed that at a 0%. Corey jumped in the comment sections and basically told Jess Hilarious, he says basically whatever. And y'all talk to somebody else. He says millions are watching, so it's fine. He says, I love the Breakfast Club. We the number one global film in the world. Okay. And he tags Prime Video out now. So he basically shut her up without talking, or without being disrespectful. But he jumped right in that comment section of the Breakfast Club talking about them being rated at 0% with this Tyler Perry movie. I've heard different viewship of it. I haven't had a chance to watch it, that the movie was good. But Corey is basically ready for Jess at any given time. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to listen to what Corey had to say about Jess in the Breakfast Club having a conversation about this new movie with Tyler Perry. Okay. Let's listen to it.
It's fine. Okay. Everyone has an opinion and they're entitled to it, so it's fine. Okay. As long as the people see it, my neighborhood see it, Southside Chicago, LA see it, everybody see it, then then I'm happy. So it's all up. All right.
So y'all heard what he said. Everybody got their own opinion. You're entitled to it. But as long as the people that need to see it, it's all love, no hard feelings. But he was not playing with Jess. He basically was telling her, stop playing on my top, okay? And I was like, yeah, get her. Because sometimes you do got to take Jess by her breads and say, settle down, okay? Settle down, Jess. Settle down. Hi, Remella. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. That does conclude our conversation. We got our web shenanigans. We talked about Corey Hardrick, and he's not here for the Breakfast Club, nor Jess Hilarious, basically trying to humiliate them or clown their new movie, Divorce in the Black, at 0% ratings by Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Basically, they're saying we number one. So who the hell is Rotten Tomatoes? Okay. And what can they do for us? We also talked about Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Heavenly talking about the rules of the game to keep your man. All right. Now people are saying that Dr. Heavenly, what they just wrote in this chat. You and Damon don't even sleep in the same bed. So basically talk to somebody else, okay? She had the rules of the game and how to keep your man. Okay. And we also talked about this 16-year-old man that was pow by another young man, and the murderer getting online, confessing the murder and how it happened and tagging his mother in it. How awful is that? Okay. Listen, we just here, okay? We just live in this world because this is a crazy world. Y'all don't sleep on Divorce and Black one. One of Tyler best movies. Okay. A lot of people were saying it was good. I haven't had a chance to watch it. Part of the reason I think it was out, I was already on vacation. And I just haven't had enough time to slow down to watch it. And the only thing that I'm going to be watching tonight is Love and Marriage Huntsville, so I can come back and give you guys a fair review. But I just haven't had the time. But listen, I do have a problem with people beating down the black community. Rotten Tomatoes, they say that they always view black African American movies at a low rating. I don't know if that's true because this is my first time hearing of Rotten Tomatoes. But they say that that is their representation, so don't take Rotten Tomatoes serious. Okay, you guys can go over and look for it for yourself. Watch Divorce in Black Families is excellent. Okay, I don't listen to everything Heavenly says. She was obsessed. Growing up, and I think Dr. Damon was her first boyfriend in college. She doesn't have much experience in relationships, in my opinion. Okay, good point. Listen, we are 54 minutes into our chat. We usually wrap it up at that 1 hour mark, but I think we've covered enough. If you guys are not sharing the live, go ahead and continue to share the live. If you guys are not following me already or subscribe to me already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 10K. If you're not following me on any other platforms, go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms at Shar's Reality number 6. My backup page where I'm going to share the vacation shenanigans with you is Shar's World number 6. My Cash App and my email is linked in the bio section, as well as this video, amongst others. Listen, checkmates, I love y'all, and there's nothing you could do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye. Lee said, "Don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes or any other white outlet on black movies." I agree. I agree. Until next time, bye.